mid-January to mid-February 2025. We once again took a month away from our beautiful, sunny, warm Toronto area weather and went to mostly Spain and some Portugal. Here's our unstructured wandering around the city of Cordoba. All right, so we are in Cordoba. Dark clouds behind, clouds ahead. It rained most of yesterday, our first day here. It was raining this morning. At around 2 o'clock this afternoon, we're expecting 5 millimeters an hour for the rest of the day. So we're trying to make the most of it while we can. Oh yeah. So we're told not to walk here, flashing red. There we go. And it's flashing green now at our feet. Ibn Hassan, whose statue this is, was born at the end of the 10th century, known as one of the fathers of comparative religion, and the Encyclopedia of Islam refers to him as having been one of the leading thinkers of the Muslim world. And as we walk into the old area, we have 10th century air conditioners on all the walls. Big lamp waving in the wind. Those orange trees everywhere we go. Big restoration project over the road. And here comes Deanna. Join me. Unfortunately, those fast-moving clouds are probably bringing more rain with them rather than clearing out. Let's take a look when we get around the corner. The cormorants down below drying their wings. Don't know if I can zoom in far enough there. They're just beyond the arch and then this building here. Here we have an olive oil storage facility from the 1st and 2nd centuries. And the rain has begun. Just had a nice lunch, and we're going to head back.
It's the first time we didn't feel rushed.
To our abode. Yes, it's as Deanna's saying, it's the first time, it's the first restaurant meal we've had since arriving in Spain that we did not feel rushed.
We're going home, I don't know how.
So we are coming up, come up here. We are now the height of fashion. Started to pour on after we left the restaurant for lunch. And Deanna's just been testing our €4 umbrellas, and they've been found to be working as expected. As in, oh, it's not broken. Well, it hasn't rained on us much. It's on, but our spinnakers have been in full flight with the gusts of wind. It's been quite something. We're going to go back and relax. So today we go through a different gate into the old town. We're in the Jewish quarter here. Yes, I'm coming. Huh. Flemish stew.
Yeah.
And here we have a horseless carriage. Hi with a dog. Faculty of Philosophy and Letters, University of Cordoba. We just finished dining at the University of Cordoba cafeteria, student cafeteria. And it reminded each of us of a previous experience we had. I remembered in Coimbra in Portugal last year, we ate at a student cafeteria. It reminded Deanna of the cellar of St. Martin's in the Fields in London, which was much bigger, much busier, and much less studenty. And we're just walking the halls of the university here. There's the exit. And gardens.
Nice gardens.
The stonework here has the crest. Yeah, yes. And yesterday was Monday, so a lot of places were closed. Yeah, sure. Either way.
They're just protesting.
That's okay. Famous mosque cathedral of Cordoba, initially constructed back in 785, it became a cathedral, a Christian cathedral, in 1236. Very Moorish. Oh, we can go through here. If we can read this. So it's a mosque and cathedral, yes. It's a very Moorish entrance. Visiting hours. Oh, yes, did you say they're harvesting they're harvesting the oranges here? When we came out, there was no wind. The water coming out here. Leaving the Plaza de Arbaca. And we come across this beautiful walls. Pride colors. Neat set of junctions here, just reminds you how different things are here compared to the grid systems we live in at the moment. Just across from the Guadalquivir, there's this lovely little lane. And here we are on the waterfront. Deanna says we've never left the waterfront. However, I wasn't videoing before. So heavily backlit by the afternoon sun. Once again, the Guadalquivir River and the Roman Bridge. So just off the bridge. Nice ramps goes down to the pedestrian walkways. In this very wide area here, it looks like possibly it's floodplain, possibly it's remnants of fortifications with the walls to the left. So we'll pass onto the bridge to get the light from the other side. Roman bridge was originally built in the 1st century and has been rebuilt several times since. Most of the current bridge was 8th century Arab reconstruction. And a lovely view from a little higher up. Downstream from the Roman bridge is a water wheel and the gate into the old town and the mosque cathedral behind. If the weather holds up, I may come back in the evening when it's dark and catch the street lit up. At this time of year, they are harvesting the oranges. They're putting no parking signs with the times that they're going to be here. They're at the Palazzo Viana, huh? Yeah. Palazzo di Viana is a Renaissance palace with 12 patios, and it was occupied by the Marqueses de Viana until 1980, and the building itself was packed with art and antiques. We didn't spend the money to go in. We were having too much fun wandering the streets, but apparently it's very well recommended. And more wall art. Really recent. We are at the Plaza de la Corredera. Excuse my pronunciation. Deanna and I were discussing what it reminded us of, and the two plazas or squares, whatever we could come up with some marks in Venice. Of course, this is nowhere near as elaborated as that. And also Plaza del Comercio, whatever I think it's called in Lisbon. Of course, it wasn't so much the size and the elaboration of these squares. It was the openness, the capability of walking through, the restaurants all lining it, and they're just lovely places to be, and for the locals to hang out and have a drink, have something to eat. The local kids to play football. The only downside we could think of with this plaza is it would be very, very hot in the summer because it was a heat sink when we were there. Just off the plaza is a market, which being somewhat after 3 p.m. for some reason is mostly closed. Yeah. Casa de los Reyes Cristianos de Cordoba. Lots of work being done. Lots of work needed.
No, me encantaría ella.
This building that holds the water wheel is obviously in dire need of renovation. And the RV park. It's great to have somewhere so close to the center and the tourist areas. We have a soft spot for motorhomes. Our last day in Cordoba, and we're just wandering and enjoying the warmth of the 14-degree sun. It's kind of chilly in the shade, but in the sun it's lovely. We are in Plaza de las Sandías, and this is the beginning of the Olive Festival here. Friday, the festival opened today and will be open all weekend. So all local producers. I mean, everybody has tasters with pieces of bread. See, the news is here. It's either the news or a cooking channel or something.
Como hemos dicho antes, sin lugar a dudas, ¿no? Y antes hablábamos, ¿no? De cuando, ahora que está tan en boga, ¿no? Los superalimentos, ¿no? Que tanto se habla de superalimentos, ¿no? El otro día, no sé qué profesional era, ¿no? Salía hablando, ¿no? De...
Yeah, I'm busy checking out. He's much more of a, much more knowledgeable on olive oil than I am.
I actually like it.
We do this for weddings, events, companies, personalized.
Behind making a basket.
Hoy he llegado yo.
An old skill. I guess it's not used so much anymore, but kind of interesting to see. What I have in front of me is the result of what was being made on the TV over there, and I'm going to give Deanna the first try at it.
And what is it?
Well, it's cream. It looks like
It's all olive oil.
it's olive oil. It looks like grape. There are some. Is that sugar? It looks like grapes. It looks like I think there's fish roe in there.
Oh, that's the dry thing that went into my throat. It's
Yeah. Probably some famous chef who put this together.
It's really good, though.
So we've seen since we got here that the Roman temple is closed for visitors. Obviously because it's under construction, or reconstruction, or renovation, or whatever you want to call it. At least we can see it. And that's it for Cordoba. Thank you very much for hosting us. It was a great time. The weather wasn't perfect, but it is winter, so we have no complaints. And it's one of those places we'd happily go back to.